This is a special presentation of Alamogordo Tiger Sports on Southern New Mexico's sports leader, ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. We are back live. I think we're back live on the stream. Let's see. Yep, we're back there on that side of things. And just got an update. 10 p.m. is the earliest that we're going to get started again for tonight's game. So, which makes sense. We still got some weather in the area. I think once we get to 10 p.m. we'll be all right, and we'll be able to finish. And I don't think we're going to do a halftime. They're going to play the 2 minutes of the second quarter, and then just roll straight through to the third and the fourth quarter to finish off this evening's game. So, and both teams want to do it. I think I think that's kind of a circumstance of it is that both teams will have to want to play that. So, if you're just tuning in and wondering, well, first of all, when we're back with ESPN Radio, the game was not over. We're 2:44 to go in the second quarter. Tigers are down 30-0 to the Deming Wildcats, and so we'll see what happens in the second half of this game. So we've had it's going to end up being about a 2-hour delay, but thankfully we're going to get to finish this one. So that's a big positive more than anything else with all of this. Definitely still some lightning in the area. I can see the flashes, but looking at the weather radar, it appears once this little grouping of cells pushes through, it looks clear, hopefully for the rest of the way. So definitely knew Deming wanted to finish this one off. 2:44 to go in the quarter with a 30-0 lead. They definitely wanted to get back out there, but kudos to the Tigers and the fact that they want to get back out there and finish this game and finish playing it. There's definitely Tigers still have a chance. I'll say it. If they can drive down the field and score before the end of the second quarter, I mean, they're going to treat it like a halftime break. They're not going to take the time, but the Tigers will get the ball back at the start of the third quarter and maybe can get this to a 2-score game. I mean, that's their best chance. And then after that, the defense is going to have a much better game than what they did. And you got to wonder how this break is going to affect both teams. I mean, I really don't know. Taking 2 hours off in the middle of a game, do you lose concentration? And I think that's for both sides. And the Tigers certainly can't afford that, but Deming can't either. I mean, this is, again, if the Tigers can do what I just mentioned and get it to a 2-score game, there's still a ton of time left that if Deming isn't focused the way they were in the first half, which they were excellent in the first half, obviously this can be a completely different game. So far from over, a lot to see what happens. I'm not sure how many fans have stuck around, but we are going to restart this game. Okay, we'll take a commercial break. We'll come back. And we'll give you some more information on tonight's game so far and let you know what's up. All right? More of Tiger football. It is 2:44 to go in the second quarter. 10 p.m. is the restart time that everybody's aiming for. And hopefully that's when we'll get things restarted here at Tiger Stadium for Alamogordo and Deming, with Deming leading 30-0 with 2:44 to go in the second.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150s. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Yeah, we're still here, or I'm still here. There's not really very many other people. There's probably about 10 of us up here in the press box. But that's enough, and if you're listening to us, you can still come back down and catch the end of the game. The weather has moved through. There's still some lightning in the area, so 10 p.m. is when they're scheduling to get started. So I don't know when they can return the kids to the field, if 10 p.m. is the earliest that they can do that, and then, of course, have to go through warm-ups, or maybe they're trying to get the kids warmed up inside, or I don't know how they would do that. I mean, yeah, I don't really think there's a place inside that they could do that. Don't want to be on your football cleats on the Tiger Pit floor. That would be a terrible idea. So I'm sure they'll have to bring the kids out and go through a warm-up period. Not sure how much they're going to give them. So 10 p.m. I think is the earliest they can put kids back on the field. And then after that, it's hopefully get restarted. I think we'll be okay weather-wise after this blows through. But the way the season has gone, I don't even want to dare to say that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So I don't have any updates for you on what's going on in the Tularosa situation. Again, there's a security issue that they weren't able to get the kids on the field for a while. I think weather has also been a factor out there, too, just looking at the storm that's actually near Tularosa right now. So I would assume that's a problem for them as well. But I haven't seen any updates anywhere, so unfortunately not quite sure what's going on out there with the Wildcats. But speaking of, I should probably check and see, because I bet we have some final scores since we're going so late here. Chances are we got a lot of final scores for you from around the state of New Mexico. By the way, if you're just tuning in, it's 30-0, 2:44 to go in the second quarter. Deming's leading Alamogordo. Tigers are going to have the ball at the Deming 18 when we get restarted, and they are not going to take a halftime break. They're going to go ahead and go second quarter. As soon as that ends, run right into the third quarter and fourth quarter to finish off the game. So, way to do it. I mean, with only 2:44 left in the half, no need to go. They had the ceremony they were going to do for Military Appreciation Night inside, so they're just going to go through the final 26 minutes of the game here at Tiger Stadium. All right, some scores from around the state. Boy, Lovington giving Artesia a really good one, 52-44. That's with 2:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Eunice beat Texaco 34-19. Looks like Centennial and Carlsbad were in a weather delay. They're going to start at 9:30 p.m. is the goal there. What else we got here? Cruces beating Hobbs 40-0 after 3. La Cueva beat Albuquerque High 42-0. West Las Vegas over Gallup 42-0. Eunice 34-19 I just mentioned that score. I'm sorry. Robertson 54-0. They beat Tucumcari. Los Lunas over Goddard 21-7. Pretty impressive stuff for Los Lunas. And really a big-time win for them. James Yoda said it on his Twitter that a marquee win for Los Lunas, so certainly a good way to put that. Dexter beat Wingate 64-0. Eunice 34-13 over Texaco. I think I just mentioned that score again. I'm sorry. I'm running through the list of scores that we got here, so I don't think I have anything else for you that's new that we hadn't mentioned before. Let's see if we've got anybody else on Twitter that has updated some scores for us around the state. Doesn't look like it at the moment. Santa Fe beating St. Mike's 14-12. That one's in the second half. So anyway, that's what we got for. Okay, here's some more final scores. Thanks to New Mexico Mike. He's a good Twitter follow, by the way, if you like high school football. It's at @NM_Mike. Capital beats House 27-0. El Dorado over Del Norte 55-0. West Las Vegas 42-0 over Gallup. We mentioned that one. Roswell beat Belen 54-0. Tatum 50-0 over Mesilla Valley Christian. That's 8-man football. Santa Fe Indian School over Thoreau, never sure how to pronounce that. 26-6. Clint beat Chaparral 40-6. Clint, Texas. And Vaughn beat Carrizozo 65-38 was the final score. Something else that's cooled things down pretty significantly here this evening. So kind of the first little feeling of fall for a football game this year, man. It feels like it's been a late summer for the most part. So now we are obviously hoping to get started at 10 p.m. tonight. If you're just tuning in, the Tigers are trailing 30-0 to Deming. They'll have the ball with a chance to get their first score of the night. We'll have had about 2 hours to kind of think things over and get reset. It's going to be an interesting situation to see how both teams handle it. The Tigers can settle themselves down after a really bad quarter and a half, and can Deming keep up their strong play from the first quarter and a half? I think provides a little bit of intrigue in a game that maybe would with the score being 30-0. So I'm certainly curious to see what it looks like as we head late into the evening here at Tiger Stadium. We'd normally be finishing off the broadcast right around now, but instead we're still waiting to get the second half going in the final 2:44 of the second quarter. But again, some of these rules are sort of vague. I mean, last week it was explained to me that it's really based on the bus driver, so if both teams want to wait it out, they can. And I'm not sure if one team can make the call over the other. If one team wants to wait, does the other one have a say? I'm not really sure what the protocol is there. And I'm sure the final say ends with the officials. I'm sure that those guys get to make the decision on whether a game's going to get restarted or not. So I'm sure that's the biggest thing overall. So we'll see. A little more activity, seeing some folks in the stands here, at least some of the coaching staff and assistants and stuff are in the stands at the moment, but we haven't seen anybody come back on. And I'm not sure we're going to have, other than athletic training staff, I'm not sure if anybody else is going to come back out. I'm curious to see how many fans. I'm sure the Deming fans who made the trip, I mean, really no reason for them to head back early, so I'm sure they'll stick around. But for the Alamogordo Tiger fans, with a 2-hour break and who knows what they have going on Saturday, we'll wait and see how many folks come back in, if they've hung around in the parking lot in their cars or underneath the stadium or whatever they may have done. If they have, we certainly you're the Hardy fans. We appreciate you sticking around. So it's going to be a very nice evening. If you're listening to us and you want to come back, I'm fairly certain even if you weren't here for the first part of the game, I'm betting they'll let you in for free. So if you want to just come on down to the game and see the rest of it, I don't think anybody's going to stop you without a ticket. I don't want to guarantee anything on that, by the way, because they may tell you, now you can't get in. So, but I'm betting I don't think anybody's going to give you a hard time about that. Would be a fairly safe bet on my part. So we'll see. That Lovington Artesia game's getting tight. It's 52-44, and Lovington just got an interception. Ooh, getting interesting. Not sure I would have. I mean, Lovington's got to score and get a 2-point conversion, but that's got to be fun for Lovington. They've had a rough 6-7 years since that three-peat they had from 09 to 2011. And we talked about that a lot during the broadcast last week. But for the kind of success that Lovington has had over the years, and they were in that district, the district that Alamogordo is in right now. They were in that district for a few years and just were completely overmatched by Roswell and Goddard and Artesia. And now that they're actually classification below, they're probably as well equipped as they have been in a long time to compete with teams like that. So I'm sure that's got to be fun, especially if they can come back and win that game, or even if it's just a close game there against Artesia. That's got to be pretty fun for those kids. Do have some volleyball scores for you. Thanks to Coach Montez and Coach Arasumi for passing this along for Tularosa and for Cloudcroft. Tularosa, straight sets winner over Animas this evening at the Capitan tournament. They're 11-1 now this season, are the Lady Cats. And we'll play at 10 a.m. tomorrow against Hagerman. That's going to be a fun matchup there. And Cloudcroft, meanwhile, will play Capitan in the semifinals. They beat Fort Sumner in straight sets. I'll tell you what, Cloudcroft is really on a roll right now. They're playing some very good volleyball, coming off that Mountaintop Classic win last weekend, and would love to get another tournament win as district is on the horizon for the Lady Bears and for the Lady Cats as well. So we'll keep an eye out what's going on there. Alamogordo Volleyball is at home tomorrow. They host Oñate. Noon start time for varsity, JV at 11, freshmen at 10. Alamogordo Boys Soccer at home tomorrow, 9 a.m. JV, 11 a.m. varsity, as they face off against Las Cruces High School. The Alamogordo girls will be in Las Cruces tomorrow, same start times, 9 and 11. Alamogordo Cross Country and Cloudcroft Cross Country are in Oñate tomorrow over in Las Cruces for their next meet of the season. So that's what we got across the area. And, of course, mentioned the Capitan tournament wraps tomorrow for Tularosa and for Cloudcroft. Best of luck to everybody among all those schools. Of course, we still got some football to play here at Tiger Stadium. We're hoping to get going at 10 p.m. Still a lot of lightning. Now, I mean, before it was I couldn't see the lightning, but, man, there's quite a show looking over the Sacramento Mountains here to our east, and hopefully more than 10 miles away. And we'll get the kids back out here at 10 p.m. in a safe manner and get our game restarted and finish it off. Depending on, I'm not sure how quickly it would go, actual real-time wise, but I'm thinking maybe 11:30 is probably when we finish this up. But we're going to stick it out. We've been here for this long. We've been on the air for most of the 3+ hours that we've been here, or that I've been here. But we'll take you all the way to the end at this point, whatever happens. If they do decide to call the game, I can't imagine they're going to at this point. I know both teams want to get back out there and finish. I think even with the Tigers behind like this, I think for Coach Cisco, he just wants to get through. He wants to play these games, not have what happened at both Lovington and Valencia this year. But an incredible amount of bad weather luck. This game, I don't know if it's going to matter one way or the other. Deming has looked like the better team so far, but second half of this game, which is going to be a little bit of a second quarter and then a third and a fourth quarter in full. You wonder if the weather delay has an impact one side or the other, or if we just see more of the same of what we saw in the first half. That's very possible. For as well as Deming played, that wouldn't be a surprise at all. So I'm interested to see how it goes. And I hope you are as well, wherever you're listening to us on 103.7 FM, or if you are listening to us online on the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. We're here with you to the finish, whatever may happen. All right, we're going to take a commercial break and come right back. Again, our scheduled start time, or at least the earliest we can get the kids and the officials and everybody back out on the field, is 10 p.m., so about 15 minutes away from right now. It's 2:44 to go on the clock in the second quarter. It's Deming 30, Alamogordo nothing, and we'll be back.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Wow, look at all those bright colors.
Yep, good old Tularosa Basin sunsets.
No, Mike, I just came from the Chevy house and I have a 2020 in my sights.
While everyone else still has 2019 vision, we have the new 2020 models in stock right now.
With supplier pricing in full effect for the 2019 models,
Which gotta go.
you can also get a great deal on a brand new, just in inventory, newly released, never ever seen before, new to the area.
Hey, they get it. The 2020s are exclusively here at Desert Sun Motor Chevrolet.
Plus, we have the best in market, best service, tenderly loved and regrettably traded in pre-owned vehicles within 250 miles. We will not be undersold. All offers will be accepted.
That's right. With little or no money down financing and higher than market value for your trade, how could you not come down to 2600 North White Sands Boulevard or visit us online at DesertSunMotors.com.
See dealer for details. All available 2019s are still in stock. Not all 2020s have arrived yet. Deals may be the hottest under the sun. Purchase of one or more vehicles could increase your heart rate. Proud supporter of Taco Tuesdays. Keep hands and feet inside at all times. Do not attempt this at home.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Yeah, we're still here. We're still in the same place we were about 2 hours ago. A weather delay has kept this thing on hold. Alamogordo versus Deming. Deming is leading 30-0 though, with 2:44 remaining in the second quarter. We're just going to go straight through. Once they get the teams back out here, they're going to finish off that second quarter and then start the second half right after that finishes and play all the way through. So I would anticipate probably about an hour or so of actual game time, or time being played on the field, if that makes sense. Not the game time. We got 24 plus minutes of that, but I'm thinking about an hour or so probably, unless we get crazy. I'll tell you, we talk about crazy. The Lovington-Artesia game. Lovington came back and tied that game at 52, and then Artesia scores on a 47-yard touchdown pass with 7 seconds remaining. So they're going to win that game, it looks like 59-52, thanks to Brienne Green over at the Artesia newspaper for posting that stuff online. I've just been kind of following along with it here on my Twitter, see what's going on there. Let's see, any other interesting score updates here? Nothing else jumping out. Highland beat Valley 58-13. I think it's the score we had mentioned. Lordsburg beat Mescalero 50-0. Haven't seen an Estancia Cloudcroft score yet. Unfortunately, 50-0 I think is probably a possibility in that game as well. But I hope that's not the case for the Cloudcroft Bears. And again, nothing from Tularosa. Let me see if their Facebook page has updated anything. Yeah, that's what I've been waiting to see. Like I said, I got some updates that there was a security situation out there at the school. So not totally sure. Not totally sure if they're actually going to be playing out there tonight, or what the plan is for the folks out in Tularosa. So Oh well. I know, and I've seen some people say that they should have called tonight's game. You know what? If both teams wanted to play and finish it off, then that's all that really matters at the end of the day. And if it's if Deming can have a safe road trip back, I think that's a good deal there. So, all right. I don't think I've got any other high school football scores for you guys. Programming updates here on ESPN Alamogordo. We've got Aggies football tomorrow starting at 6 p.m., 5 o'clock pregame, but kickoff at 6 p.m. as they take on Fresno State in much of a need of a win tomorrow. So, and then Sunday, NFL doubleheader starts off with the Colts and the Raiders. Following that, it's the Bucks and the Rams, and then the Cowboys and the Saints in the Sunday night game. So a triple header coming up for you on Sunday. Lots of football for you all. Next week we'll get into the ALN wildcard games and some of the select National League divisional games for you too. So decent amount of stuff for us to have for you guys here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. It's turned into a nice night after the rain went through. It's a little bit of breeze that I'm getting in here in the window. It's nice and cool out here. We don't have many fans. The parking lot has definitely emptied considerably. I haven't looked to see the home side parking lot, so not sure how many folks have stuck around. If you're listening to us, they're planning for a 10 p.m. restart time. That's the goal. Or if you just want to stay tuned and listen to us here on the station, hey, we appreciate it either way. But if you want to come on down and support the kids here to finish off the game, could be a very weird situation how empty the stands will be here to finish off, almost like an empty stadium kind of game. So definitely a different feeling overall. Again, 2:44 to go in the second quarter when the weather delay hits, and it's 30-0 Deming. And the Tigers will have the ball in the Deming 18. They have got to score when this drive restarts or when this game restarts. At least get it in the end zone. I kind of think they should go extra point. They need 3 2-point conversions from that point on. And actually, as a matter of fact, they only need 2. So if they, I feel like if they score twice, just go extra point both times. That's a bit of a safer bet. At least take it down to a 2-score game and then try to chase points after that, I think is probably the best strategy for the Tigers. But, the big thing obviously is, if you can score and not leave Deming a whole lot of time on the second quarter clock, Deming's going to have to kick off. It's not going to be a transition from one quarter to the next. It's going to be a half transition. So the Tigers will have the ball to begin the third quarter. If they can score, not let Deming do anything the remainder of the second quarter, get the ball back, score again, and make it a 2-score game. At least I think that builds some momentum and gives them a chance. Then we'll find out if the Tiger defense can come up with some stops, which I think that's the thing that's most surprising. This Tiger defense has been so good this season. And for them to struggle as much as they have tonight is a little bit of a head-scratcher, in all honesty. So we'll see maybe if the defense gets things refocused and are able to come up with some stops on this Deming offense, which has been really, really tough to stop tonight. Guys like Jesse Varela and Cesar Chavez and Jordan Caballero have all had really, really good games. And Deming's done it a lot of different ways. I mean, it's been majority on the ground, but when they've needed to pass the ball, they've come up with some big plays. And more than anything else for the Tiger defense is getting off the field on 3rd down and 4th down. I think they've, clearly by the fact that Deming has scored on every drive they've had out there, Tigers have not been able to get off the field at all in this game. So that's something that has got to get better in the second half if they want any chance. And it's going to be a large hill to climb anyway. But here's the deal. You got an entire second half, and you've got, to me, there's a window right here. If you score before the half and you score on your first drive of the second half, you can at least say, hey, listen, now the defense has got to step up, and we get this to a 1-score game, anything can happen. So maybe that's me really looking at the glass half full in that case. I wouldn't be the first time I've been accused of that. But I feel like it's the way the Tigers have got to view it. Can't quit on the game and got to try to finish strong. Okay. So we're hoping to get started, or at least get the kids back out in the field at 10 p.m., I believe. I doubt we're going to actually restart the game at 10 p.m. I would guess maybe 10:10, 10:15, because they're going to allow the kids to go through a warm-up. And it may, here's the deal. It may just be like an after-half warm-up. Like they'll get to come out and do, 3 to 5 minutes or something like that to start the game. Because I'm sure the officials are not going to, dilly-dally on time here. They're going to try to get this thing restarted and get the game going so we can finish this at a reasonable hour coming up tonight. So if you're listening to us in the area, you want to come on down to the game where we should be getting restarted hopefully in the next 10 to 15 minutes. If you want to stay tuned with us, we're going to bring you the rest of this game here on ESPN Alamogordo. So we're hoping to get things going once again here before too long. Haven't seen any lightning in a while. Let me scope out the radar real quick. So, okay, so the field. No, so now they're saying 10-10. So they're moving it even further back. So that means we've had a lightning strike somewhere in the area within that 10-mile radius. So, yeah, the weather looks really clear from the direction that everything's been coming. So once we get restarted, there shouldn't be an issue of having to stop again. That's the big positive, is doing that stop-start kind of nonsense, and everybody hates having to go through that. So regardless of how kind of painful this weather delay has been, we at least I think we at least know we'll get going again and be able to finish this all up. Okay, so we should get started again. It's Deming 30, Alamogordo nothing. 2:44 to go in the second quarter. It's Tiger football at the 18, and we're hoping in the next 15 minutes or so we'll see players back out on the field, and hopefully in the next 20 minutes we'll be back playing football this evening here at Tiger Stadium. We'll take a break. We'll play our Tiger Athlete of the Week interview again. We shared it with you during the earlier part of the weather delay. That was about 2 hours ago, so we definitely like to share off our Athlete of the Week, which is Caitlin Helmick of Lady Tiger Volleyball. Had a chance to chat with her yesterday. She's part of a Lady Tiger Volleyball team that will play Oñate tomorrow, starting at noon for varsity. JV and freshmen will precede that over at the Tiger Pit. So we'll take a commercial break. You'll hear from Caitlin, and hopefully when we're back, we'll be just a little bit closer to seeing some Tiger football action. With Alamogordo trailing Deming 30-0, 2:44 to go in the second. Looks like we should be able to finish this game, even if it's pretty late into the night here.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers! This is the ESPN Alamogordo Tiger Athlete of the Week Spotlight, brought to you by Vision Ford Lincoln and the Winner's Circle. This week's athlete is Caitlin Helmick of Lady Tiger Volleyball. Now, how do you feel like you've played so far this season? I know the team has really been working hard all year long.
I've been trying my best. There's always that one game where you're like, man, I could have done more, or I wish I did more. So I'm always trying to push myself harder, say I can go harder, I can definitely do better, that kind of stuff. We've been working so hard. honestly, all three teams, it's been amazing to see them push so hard.
Yeah, and I know, from a win-loss standpoint, it's not gone the way that you guys wanted to this season, but you guys are still trying. The competitiveness is still there in a lot of the matches. Do you guys feel that spirit within the team that you guys are still trying to work towards something?
Oh yeah, we'll be going back after games. We're like, man, we could do this again. We can totally do this. We'll push so hard, and we're looking at ourselves like we can do this. Just push a little harder. I see them all, like all three teams, back after the game and at practice. They're just ready to go again, with smiles on their faces, ready to play, having fun. What I like to see.
What do you remember most about playing with Lady Tiger volleyball? I mean, is there a particular memory or just the overall camaraderie among the team? What stands out for you being a part of this program?
Kind of what I remember most is like the team bondings. Like throughout the entire years, what I remember most is all the players together enjoying their times outside of a sport. So you see how they really are.
Who got you started in volleyball? What age did you start playing?
I remember it was like 6th grade, something like that. I had a friend who played in college, and she helped me out literally at her apartment. They had a whole like court, the sand courts, I believe. It was really crazy because I'm just this tiny little girl learning from this big old college player how to play, and I was like, wow, I really wanna be like her one day.
Oh, and you sprouted up, though. I mean,
yeah,
obviously you've gotten that
gotten
icon for yourself, too. So have you started thinking about after high school? What's next for you? What's graduation?
Start the final weekend of this regular season, but in St. Louis right now, Cardinals getting hammered at home by the Cubs. It's 8-2 going to the ninth. You can see it on ESPN2.
I want to be an athletic trainer, that kind of stuff.
Any school that you have in mind, or haven't decided on that yet?
I haven't decided on that one, as long as one takes me.
There you go. That's all that matters, right? And what have the coaches been telling you guys? Got 9 games left in the regular season, of course, district tournament as well. What have they really been pushing on you guys as you try to, get some wins here as the season progresses?
They've really been pushing our drive, trying to motivate us to see why we play, why we want to play, what motivates us to play, that kind of stuff. So I mean, when you're on the court and you get down on yourself, you remember why you're playing, and then you have something to try and pick yourself back up.
Well, we get to see the Lady Tigers at home on Saturday. They host Oñate. Varsity plays at noon with JV and freshmen before that. Get out there and see all 3 teams. As Caitlin said, they're all working really hard. Caitlin, congratulations on being out through the week.
Thank you.
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150s. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
We're still chugging right along here at Tiger Stadium, waiting for us to get started. 10:15, they say restart time. Now, again, I'm not sure if that's 10:15. We can get the kids back out on the field. I'm not totally sure. The fans are starting to file in the stands. The diehards and of course the Deming fans that made the trip, which makes you a diehard right away if you're traveling and following the team around for high school sports. I tip the cap to you. That is definitely a a very strong commitment to the team. Boy, I couldn't think of the word I wanted to use there. But for the Tiger fans that stuck around either under the stadium or down in their cars or whatever it is, a lot of them are filling back into the stands here, so we like to see that, especially with the Tigers down the way that they are, down 30-0. It's nice to see that they are hanging around for the rest of tonight's game. Some folks have obviously moved on, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they really should just open up the middle seats to everybody, is my feeling, so folks can sit on the fancy seats here in the middle. I don't know how many folks are going to return, but I doubt we'll see the band, which I'm glad the band got to do their performance at halftime. That was, or I should say pregame, that they got to do that. That's a good break for them. They didn't get to perform at halftime at the Valencia game. So tonight the weather actually worked out in their favor that they were going to get to perform, because we wouldn't have had a halftime in this case. So unfortunately we didn't get to do the ceremonies for Military Appreciation Night, at least here in the stands or here at the football stadium. They did get to do it inside at the Tiger Pit, which unfortunately I didn't get to see, but that's okay. I know the most important thing is the folks that were involved in that got to partake. So that's what we like to see. Again, if you're just tuning into us and wondering, hey, why is he still on the air talking about Tiger football? Well, we had a weather delay that started just a little bit before 8 o'clock. And again, I am not totally sure what the protocol is on weather delays. I have heard so many different things from so many different people in regards to it. It's one of those that I sort of feel like the teams and everybody kind of plays it by ear, and they do their best to try to get the games in. But would have been very realistic to not restart this game, to have a 2-hour weather delay and to wait it out. Not necessarily something that every school or coach is going to do. That Deming wanted to finish this one off because they were up 30-0 with a couple of minutes to go in the second quarter. But I'll tell you what, it could be fun from a Tigers perspective. They can find a way to come back in this game, and that obviously would be the best possible scenario for Alamogordo. Deming's obviously played so well through the first 22 minutes of this game, or about 22 minutes of this game. It would be a little surprising to me if Alamogordo was able to come back, but I don't think we really know how this long of a break is going to affect either team. I think you would sort of anticipate the team that's up would feel a little more confident. They're excited to get back out and play, whereas maybe the Tigers aren't going to be as pumped and as excited to come out. But I would say that should be the attitude, though. Hey, we've got a second chance here. Let's go out, play hard, and see what happens. But you can say that. Whether you're actually able to go out and do that, we'll see. The Tigers seem to have a pretty good amount of energy running back out onto the field, which is good. And again, they're going to go through at least some type of warm-up here. I don't know. We don't have any type of clock up there to time it, so I would imagine they're probably going to give them at least 10 minutes to warm up. They were planning on 10:15, so we're 8 minutes away from that right now. I'm hoping I don't lose my voice by then. Thank goodness I'm not sick. That would have been a tough one to try to get through all of this. So, but we've been on the air for the better part of about 4 hours now. We did go away for about 30 minutes, mainly because I was a little nervous about the lightning and the antenna that's connected to this metal box that my headphones are connected to here in the press box. So that was the main reason we stopped doing what we were doing here on the broadcast there for a little while, and took you back to ESPN Radio, and of course ended things on our live stream online, as I just, you could hear the lightning strikes and the crackles in the headphones. It was like, I wonder if it's like the old thing about not taking a shower in a thunderstorm. I always thought that was a myth. I guess that's not really a myth. That you could possibly there could be an issue for you. Not a guarantee. It's probably more of a myth than a real thing, but it's like the likeliness of getting struck by lightning. I know there's a lot of people. They look at the delays that we go through and probably don't like them, but I will always say it's not worth it. It's all about safety. no high school sporting event is worth seeing anybody, whether it's a fan or an official or a coach or a player, get struck by lightning. So that's the tough part about it. By the way, the Alamogordo Tiger cheerleaders have stuck around. That's good to see the varsity cheerleaders hanging out, and the coaching staff sticking with the kids here. So good for them. I haven't seen the Deming cheerleaders come back out yet. They made the trip out here, so I don't know maybe if they are going to come back out, or maybe they went ahead and sent the cheerleaders back on the bus to Deming this evening, but we'll keep an eye over that far side. Just trying to give you guys a little taste of what we got going on this evening, and bless you if you've stuck with us here on 103.7 FM, or if you're with us on the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube stream. You're a diehard too. You've got some commitment. See what's going to happen here at the end of this game. Watching Brett Money doing some warm-up kicks as well for the Tigers. But yeah, both teams going through some stretches and some warm-ups to try and get limbered up and ready to play tonight's game, which again, 2:44 remaining in the second quarter with Alamogordo trailing 30-0. And again, we won't go to a regular halftime break. They'll finish the final 2:44, move right on to the third quarter. We'll still treat it like a regular halftime break, so the Tigers will get the ball to begin the third quarter. But other than that, no 15 or 20 minutes off time there between the second and the third quarter. We're gonna go right through and finish this stuff up. All right. So stay with us. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel, and Tiger football. See if they can come with a big comeback here against this Deming Wildcats team, or does Deming finish it off over the final hour or so? You know, Tiger fight song being played over the PA. Yeah, I don't see the band around here, so. But good to hear the fight song, and hopefully we'll see an interesting final 24-plus minutes of this game. At the end of the day, that's what I'm hoping for, is that we waited this long and we're going to see something interesting over this last little bit. That would be nice. Okay, coming right back. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo.
Wow, look at all those bright colors.
Yep, good old Tularosa Basin sunsets.
No, Mike, I just came from the Chevy house and I have a 2020 in my sights.
While everyone else still has 2019 vision, we have the new 2020 models in stock right now.
With supplier pricing in full effect for the 2019 models,
which gotta go.
You can also get a great deal on a brand new, just in inventory, newly released, never ever seen before, new to the area.
Hey, they get it. The 2020s are exclusively here at Desert Sun Motor Chevrolet.
Plus, we have the best in market, best service, tenderly loved and regrettably traded in pre-owned vehicles within 250 miles. We will not be undersold. All offers will be accepted.
That's right. With little or no money down financing and higher than market value for your trade, how could you not come down to 2600 North White Sands Boulevard or visit us online at DesertSunMotors.com.
See dealer for details. All available 2019s are still in stock. Not all 2020s have arrived yet. Deals may be the hottest under the sun. Purchase of one or more vehicles could increase your heart rate. Proud supporter of Taco Tuesdays. Keep hands and feet inside at all times. Do not attempt this at home.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
Alrighty, y'all, here we go. The Tigers in a huddle at the near sideline. Deming is in a huddle out on the field. They're about ready to go, and we are ready to get started. Just a little bit before 10:15, as a matter of fact. Ball in the near hash at the Deming 18-yard line. Alamogordo trailing 30-0, but a score would be big here. 2:44 left to go in the second, and if they can get a score here and not let Deming do anything before the end of the first half, they'll get the ball to start the second half of play. Tigers quickly to the line of scrimmage here, and are going with the Wildcat with Sean Hayes. Hayes will run straight ahead, getting some running room and down inside the 10-yard line. He's going to get an 8-yard gain, and the Tigers get solid yardage right out of the gates here. And again, just lining up big here, one wide receiver, and Hayes going to run out to the right and try to bounce to the outside. Tries to get away from the first tackler, not going to be able to do so, and he may lose a yard, or probably going to be about back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be third down. Good pursuit by the Deming player to keep him from getting further to the outside of the play. Looked like he had a lane initially, but it closed down very, very quickly. So clock continues to roll here. 1:57 to go. Tigers absolutely have to score here if they want any chance in this game. And quick snap to Hayes. Hayes able to run straight ahead, and some good power running is going to get him a first down. A Deming player got into the backfield at about the 11 or 12, and Sean was able to accelerate past him and gets to the 7-yard line. It's 5 yards and a first down for Alamogordo. First down and goal now for the Tigers with 7 yards to go and 1:34 remaining in this second quarter. Tigers, different formation now. Move some guys around on the line of scrimmage. Hayes moves to the right of Viescas, who's in at quarterback. And then we've got a penalty flag. And I'm not sure one of the wide receivers went early. So the Tigers' false start will push them back 5 yards. Minute 22 remaining. And the clock, I believe, does roll here. It does. The Tigers got to be smart here in this spot. Viescas sees Hayes shift to his right, lead back to the left. And Viescas going to throw, gets rid of it. Complete, no, it's tipped in the air and incomplete, looking for LaSalle. Nope, that's number 26, actually. Or is it 25? I guess it is 25. So that was Trevor Yelton. Second down and goal from the 12-yard line. I'd like to see the Tigers maybe try to get Viescas moving outside the pocket here. Seems like when he has to be stationary in the pocket, he has some troubles. But Tigers got 3 downs to get it in the end zone. They got to make it happen here. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. Running back again to the right of Viescas. He throws, completes it, and it's Mendoza. Mendoza fighting for the end zone, and he gets to the 1. So Mendoza gets the catch. He gets 11 yards, and the Tigers, I think, probably going to go big here and just let either Sean Hayes or Julio Mendoza try to run this one straight up the middle. Good crisp throw. 36 seconds left. And, yep, Hayes going to line up. One wide receiver out to the far side. And, oh, no, another false start, I think, here on the Tigers. Couldn't get that there. Tigers, trying to go a little bit too quick, and it was disjointed. So another false start penalty, the second on the drive, so now it switches up to 5 yards out. I think the Tigers they're going to need to call a timeout. They need to switch formations there now with being 6 yards out, but it's been an okay start here to begin the the after weather delay part of the game, but 2 penalties hurting Alamogordo. And you get it down to a 3rd and goal from the 1. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 6. What a big difference that is for the Tigers. So we'll see what they can do coming out of the timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here. I think we've certainly our sponsors have done a great job for us tonight, so we'll probably give you a little bit more. Won't be jumping to commercial breaks as much as we head throughout the second half, but We'll probably do our normal, our normal deal there, but the officials, I'm sure, wanting to get these teams out of their timeouts and get this thing going again. Viescas back in at quarterback. They'll send Bedgood and Cisco as wide receivers out to the far side. And lead back to the right is Yelton, and a penalty flag, and I think Tigers had too many men. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, they've got 12 out there. And so take it back another 5 yards. This is not going well here for the Tigers. Somebody came out of the Tigers' offensive huddle and shouldn't have been there. So we're back where the Tigers were on 2nd and goal, back at the 11. And Viescas going to roll to his right, looking, and he's going to throw that one short. And it's going to be 4th down, and I would assume the Tigers are going to go for it here, but this is, man, the Tigers have to have this score here. Have to. 22 seconds left. And it'll be 4th and goal from the 11. Penalties just killing the Tigers on this drive. 2 false starts and an illegal substitution. 5 wide receivers, and Viescas looking to throw. Viescas in trouble, gets away. Viescas running with it, and he's not going to be able to get there, though. He's going to be stopped at the 6-yard line. Good pursuit by the Deming defense, and a turnover on downs for the Tigers. Now, there'll be 14 seconds left here in the half, but absolutely what the Tigers couldn't have there. They needed a touchdown before the end of the half and did not get it. And that was, it was 1st and goal from the 7. And then false start. Ended up being on a 2nd down throw, taking it down to the 1, then false start, then illegal substitution, and then a 6-yard gain. That wasn't enough. And so Deming will take a knee. That'll end the half. And we will start the second half of play with the Tigers getting the ball to begin half number 2. Okay, so it's 30-0 at halftime. And we will come back after this break.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Welcome back, and we're just officially into the second half now. If you are just tuning in with us, we had a 2-hour rain delay, or I should say lightning delay. Pooch kick here from Deming to begin the half, and the Tigers are going to run the starburst. The handoff goes to Julio Mendoza. Mendoza at the 40, at the 45, tried to break it, but couldn't work through the final 3 defenders for the Wildcats and get stopped at the Deming 48. Well, we knew the Tigers' defense was going to have to come up with some stops if the Tigers were going to have any chances. You were hoping that maybe Alamo was going to be within 2 scores before that happened, but that is not the case. Tigers from 18 yards out, I mean, they had a 3rd down and goal from the 1, 2 back-to-back penalties, and just a kind of an ugly drive there coming out of the locker room, and the penalties really hurting the Tigers. All right, 1 wide receiver split out to the far side, split backs, and Viescas in the shotgun. He takes it and gives it to Hayes, and Hayes is going to be swung down in the backfield. And all the way back to the 44 on the Alamogordo side of the field. Now, I would say there is no hangover for Deming coming out of the locker room. Their defense looks just as fast as it did previously. Tigers got kind of a bad spot on that. He was, I thought, up at least at the 46 and was swung backwards. A little unfair. Usually they give you forward progress. Pass goes to Emilio Minez to the near side. He tries to spin away from a defender, but he's only going to get a couple of yards here. Seems like Deming has extra players in the field sometimes, the way that they're able to pursue the football. Just good speed and strong fundamentals from this defensive side tonight. As much as I've talked about the offense, the Deming defense has been great this evening. Tigers going 5 wide receivers here. Trips to the top, 2 wide receivers to the bottom. Got to be 4-down territory the rest of the way if you're Alamogordo. And Viescas back to pass. Viescas throws up the near sideline and too far for Emilio Minez. Really didn't miss him by much, but the Tigers going to punt. I know it's pretty hard to go and get that 4th and 15, 16, but I'm a little surprised that, down 30-0. But it's also, maybe play the field position game here a little bit and see if your defense can come away with some stops. Tigers had trouble with the snap earlier. It actually bounced and almost bounced through the legs for Brett, but he was able to gather it in. This is a good snap. Not much of a rush. Again, a good high punt there from Brett. It's going to bounce at the 24 and then go out of bounds. And they mark it at the 25. So we see this Deming offense again, which has been lights out tonight. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. They also have 3 2-point conversions to go along with that. And it's been on the power of Jesse Varela and Cesar Chavez. But we've also seen a lot of Jordan Caballero and a few other guys that have really come up with some big plays. So we'll see if that offense can continue their strong effort and what we saw in the first half. We've seen a lot of different guys in at the quarterback position tonight. It looks like Varela to start the Wildcats' first drive here. Man in motion from left to right. Toss play to Chavez. He freezes the Tiger player and tries to bounce it to the outside, but he's going to be dropped. Good pursuit by the Tigers there as Chavez will not pick up anything on the play. Drive, by the way, starting at the 25 of the Wildcats. They're going right to left here in this second half. Tigers left to right. So it's 2nd down and 10. The bigger issue for the Tigers tonight has been getting off the field on 3rd down or 4th down. So they've had some pretty solid defense on 1st and 2nd down. It's been 3rd and 4th down that's hurt them. 2nd down and 10. Under center, just one back, and Varela is going to spin out and roll to his left, looking to throw, and he's going to be dropped. Good tackle there. Good pursuit by Jarman Williams, and then the tackle by John Hughes. And so it'll be a gain of 3. Varela gets to the 28-yard line. And a 3rd down and 7. So we'll see if the defense can get off the field. They have yet to do so in this game. The Wildcats have converted every 3rd down and every 4th down. 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. And out of the shotgun, Varela. Tigers, did they jump? No, the near line judge waited before he threw it. I couldn't tell whether they actually came across the line or not. Both defenders lurched towards the line, but did they actually come across? And there's a discussion going on. Oh, they're going to call a false start on Deming, so Deming must have done something that led to the Tigers jumping off sides. I was wondering why there was much of a discussion there. I mean, because the Tigers coming across, has to be a clear thing, but maybe somebody at the line, there was a head movement, or maybe the quarterback did something. Nothing really stood out from up here, but clearly the officials are going to have a far better view down on the field than I. So the ball goes back to the 24-yard line. Oh, it was on the 28. Shouldn't it be at the 23? Anyway, Varela fakes the handoff, quick throw to the outside, and some nice moves out there, but, did the ball come loose? Now, one of the Tiger players was jumping up and down like the Tigers had recovered a fumble, but, hey, the Tigers are going to get off the field here on 4th down. That's the most important thing for Alamogordo, is something we haven't seen tonight. I will tell you right now, if you're Alamogordo, keep an eye out for a fake here, because it just feels like a spot that Deming's up 30-0, and why not? Snap, kick, and a pretty good kick, high in the air, and Mendoza's going to have to go back. He's going to try to take it on one hop. Nope, he's going to let it stop there at the 23. That's a great kick. Reverses the field position very nicely for the Deming Wildcats. So the Tigers get it back. The defense gets a stop. That's exactly what Alamogordo needed after having to punt on their opening drive, and just really need to see this offense go down the field and maybe just get some points up on the scoreboard. Could be a bit of a confidence booster for them, but again, this Deming defense has played very well. 2 wide receivers the top side. Lead back is to the left side, and Hayes will move to the right of Viescas. And they hand it off to Hayes. Nope, Viescas keeps it, throws it down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Short through it, and it's picked off over to the far sideline and knocked out of bounds is number 7. I don't have a name, unfortunately, for that young man, but it's the 2nd interception of the game for Viescas. He was hit as he was throwing. They tried to play action, and Viescas tried to make it happen there, but the Tigers turn it over for the 3rd time in this game, and Deming will have the ball at the Alamogordo 22-yard line. 8:16 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom, and a shotgun formation here for the Wildcats. Running back to the left of the QB. Man in motion from right to left, and Varela will hand it to that man. He's trying to bounce it to the outside. Tigers with good pursuit, eventually finding a little hole there across the 20. I believe it's Caballero. It is. So Caballero gets to the 18. It's a 4-yard gain. That one comes all the way from the far hash all the way around to the near hash, or all the way to the near sideline, I should say. So that play stretched out a long ways for Deming. 2nd and 6 now. Chavez to the left of Varela. 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 to the bottom, and a lead back off to the right, and the Tigers jump off sides. Just too many mistakes for the Tigers tonight. We've seen the turnovers, but penalties have been a big part of it as well. And 2nd down and 1. 2nd down about a half a yard, actually. The stick is in between the 12 and the 13-yard line. Ball in the near hash. Varela out of the shotgun and takes it and hands it off to Chavez. Chavez straight up the middle is able to escape 1 tackle, but not the 2nd. He does cross the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Picks up 6 and picks up a 1st down for the Deming Wildcats. 2 wide receivers, make that 3, 2 to the bottom, 1 at the top. The tight end or the lead back is to the right, and to the right of Varela is Chavez. 1st and goal from the 7. Man in motion from left to right is Caballero, and keeping it is Varela, straight up the middle. Contact's not until he gets to about the 3-yard line, and then he's pushed back. And Varela will pick up 5 on a 1st down run. Varela's got one of the Wildcats touchdowns tonight. Chavez has got the other 3. And Chavez has also run in a couple of 2-point conversions. I think Varela ran in the... Actually, I think they threw for 1, if I remember right. 2nd and goal from just outside the 2. Ball in the near hash. And the handoff Chavez straight up the middle. And the Tigers get in there and bring him down for a loss. A couple different players. I think initially it was Merrill. Number 19, I think Austin LaSalle was in there as well. So the ball will stay just outside the 2 again here. It's 3rd down and goal. 2 wide receivers again at the top side, 1 to the bottom. Chavez to the right of Varela, who's in the shotgun. And Varela takes the snap, fakes the option toss, and that was pretty. He cuts inside and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. So Varela faked the option toss to the outside to his running back Chavez. And are we going to see Deming actually try an extra point here for the first time tonight? Yeah, they've gone 2-point conversion every time. So I guess trying to work on the kicking game for the first time this evening. Snap is good, kick is up, and that's good. Well, their kicker is not bad. I'm surprised they haven't used him, but maybe just being aggressive. That was Jose Jimenez that came away with the extra point. So it's 37-0 Deming, 5:43 to go. And one thing to throw on top of it is we do have a running clock now. So we thought maybe if Alamogordo could come out and score again, that we might have a game, but Deming ended that discussion pretty quickly, and they look like they're in control here as we look to finish off this weather-delayed game. Let's take a quick break and come right back. 37-0 Deming.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Now Deming goes, not really onside kick, just pooch kick, and went off right off the numbers of one of the Tiger up men, and the Wildcats recover, and they get the ball right back here. We do have a running clock here in the third quarter. I don't think Deming was necessarily trying to go onside kick. It's just they kick it short, and the Tigers did not handle it well there. Man in motion from right to left, and they will run it straight up the middle of Varela. Varela breaks 2 tackles and gets to the 30. Varela gets upended, a penalty flag, and I'm betting a hold coming up on the Wildcats as one of the Tigers, I think, was brought to the ground. But we'll wait and see what the official call is. And it is a hold on Deming. Or a block in the back, I guess. I thought I saw hold. It's getting late. So it'll go back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be a 1st and 10 again. The penalty flag was right at the marker. Three wide receivers. And Varela takes the snap, hands it off. Chavez working straight up the middle and finds a hole, and he's got the first down, it looks like. 11-yard gain for Chavez. Now, I'm just blown away by how dominant Deming has been tonight. I think we knew this was a good football team, and they had some talented kids, but they have far and away really run away with this game on both sides of the field, or both sides of the ball, I should say. So nothing but compliments and praise for how well Deming has played tonight. And I'll tell you what, in that first round of the playoffs, I don't think I'd want to run into this football team. 4 wide receivers here for Deming, a little bit of a different look. Running back is to the left of Varela. Man in motion from left to right. And taking the snap is Varela. He's going to throw. Tigers send everybody. And, boy, incomplete at the goal line. We've got we have a penalty flag? No, I thought for a second we did have a penalty flag. Incomplete to about the goal line. I think Varela wanted a penalty flag. I think he got hit as he let go of the ball and maybe wanted a rough in the passer, and he looked like he was kind of grabbing his face mask. Maybe he thought that he got hit in the face mask and wanted a penalty there. 4 wide receivers again. Varela hands it off straight up the middle again. Chavez, and again doesn't get touched until about 5 yards through the hole. and is finally brought down at about the 21-yard line. He'll get 7 yards on the carry. Just big-time push up front from this Deming Wildcats football team. Third down and 3. And again, we've got a running clock. It's a 35-point lead for Deming. So it doesn't stop on incompletions or out of bounds or anything pretty much. Trips to the near side, one at the top. And running back to the left of Varela. And not sure what happened to Varela there. He took the ball and tried to feed it outside to his wide receiver, but not sure if Varela lost the handle on it or what exactly happened, but trips to the bottom, one to the top side, and a running back to the left of Varela. 4th and 3. And looks like a false start this time for Deming. They've hard counted pretty much every time. And one of the few times that it hasn't caught the Tigers and instead has caught the Wildcats. So to make it a little bit harder here on 4th and 8, kind of changes up what the play options could be here for the Wildcats. They could have run the ball on 4th and 3. Now, pretty safe bet that they're probably going to pass it here, but we'll see. They've done well on those speed option plays where Chavez has, and I think we got a new quarterback in there for Deming. Here is the snap, and it's Aguilar again. Aguilar looking to throw, and it's a little low. And incompletion. Manuel Aguilar was the quarterback. So the Tigers are able to get the stop and get back out there on offense. Still trailing 37-0 and closing in on about a minute to go here in the third quarter. Well, I was definitely looking on the optimistic side on how we thought maybe this game was going to go when we got back from the weather delay, but unfortunately for the Tigers offensively, not able to do much. The defenses look better. You figure they got off the field in that first drive they were out there. They were able to stop the Wildcats there on a 4th and 8. Certainly some positiveness there. You know, somebody's got a car alarm that's going off here. Handoff. Nope, it's actually Viescas that keeps it on the read option. And he'll take about 2 yards, will Viescas. You know, it seemed like it stopped there for a little bit, did the car alarm. And yes, I know I'm paying attention to a car alarm, but it's late. 5 seconds to go to try to get off a snap here before the end of the third quarter. And they do. Handoff goes to Hayes. Hayes trying to find a hole, works his way across the 30, and then is swarmed by a host of white jerseys. He'll pick up, they're going to give him, I think, the 32. That's a pretty generous spot, actually. So they're going to give him 4, and that's going to end the quarter. And so we'll take a quick break and come right back. It's all Deming, 37-0. As we go to the fourth quarter, still a running clock, and Tigers just want to try to finish strong here, see if they can maybe get one in the end zone here.
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Third and 4 for the Tigers, and a quick swing pass. Good catch by Dakota LaSalle. He's not going to get enough for the first down. The pass was too far in front of him, and the Tigers are going to punt. So on a 4th and 3, the Tigers are going to kick it away. Again, a little surprised the Tigers aren't going to go for it here, but I guess don't want to give Deming a short field. Good snap. And Money gets a good leg into it. High in the air, and fair catch called for at the 25. Really good kick there from Brett. As that'll work its way for, let's see, 25. It's about a 40-yard punt. A little bit over that. 1st and 10 for Deming. Again, we still have the running clock, so we're already under 11 minutes to go in this game, and I'm sure we'll be pretty quick to finish this one off. Not much of a post game tonight. Just a heads up. Once this one's wrapped up, we're gonna finish pretty quickly. So, do want to thank our Tiger Sports sponsors that have brought you Tiger football tonight. You've heard a lot from them: Desert Sun Auto Group, First National Bank, Tularosa Basin Telephone Company, Otero Federal Credit Union, Vision Ford Lincoln, and the Winner's Circle. 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Running lead back to the right, and the snap and the handoff, and a run straight ahead. And I think we've got some reserves that have worked their way into the game here for the Deming Wildcats. Not so much the starting group that we saw in the game. It looks like number 34, Aaron Alvarado, gets the carry, and he picks up 4. So probably that's all for Varela, and Chavez would be a pretty safe bet for the Wildcats. 2nd and 5. They need the 35 for a first down. Snap and handoff, and straight ahead again is Alvarado. Not quite enough for the first down, but he does have 4. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. Now, check that. That's Joey Reza that came away with the carry that time. They're sticking with Caballero on the field, so he's been one of the starters that has stayed out there. But Aguilar, the sophomore quarterback, is in there at QB. 3rd down and a long 1. Wildcats aren't in any hurry here. They're letting the play clock run down. Aguilar takes the snap, hands it off. Reza gets it again, and he's going to get the first down. Goes to the left side and gets across the 35 all the way to the 38-yard line. And so that's enough for a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the Deming 38-yard line. Well, pretty anticlimactic. I was trying to build up. Maybe we were going to see something interesting once we got back from the weather delay, but it's really been not much. Again, the Tiger defense has played better, but the offense, nothing there for Alamogordo, unfortunately. Maybe they'll get another shot at it here before the end of this game. 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. 1st and 10 here for Deming. Aguilar in the shotgun, running back to his right. And Aguilar takes the snap, and he'll hand it off. And to run straight ahead, Alvarado getting the ball here. He's going to get a yard. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 for Deming. So the Tigers are going to head down to Chaparral next Friday. I would anticipate that's a game that the Tigers should be able to win. Chaparral's struggling a little bit this year. And then that really tough 4-game stretch after that for Alamogordo at Los Lunas, at Goddard, home against Roswell High, at Artesia to finish off the season for Alamo. I do believe there's a better football team with this group than what we saw tonight. But they're definitely going to have to, especially those final 4 weeks, they're going to have their absolute best, I think, if they want to just be competitive. The snap, Aguilar, again a handoff, and the Tigers quickly into the backfield, and Reza, he is going to lose 2. Max Merrill gets into the backfield and makes the stop. So 3rd down and long here for Deming. And I think they're just trying to play this one out and get out of here with the win. And I know with a small roster, probably the biggest thing for Coach Simmons and his side is not seeing anybody get hurt. I would think the big thing for the Wildcats. Tigers, it's going to be, back to the drawing board a little bit. I think they believe, and I think anybody who's seen them this year believes that they're a better football team than this. Wildcats still fighting for yards here. We got 2 Tiger players that are down hard in the backfield, and they're trying to find their way back to their feet, but 2 Tigers slow to get up. Looks like they're okay. At least they've got back to their feet. I would imagine they're probably going to get checked out here on the sideline. Couldn't tell who those 2 were. And the kick is in the air. Mendoza, I'm not sure if he touched that or not. I mean, he may have. He certainly felt like he did because he went after it. Clock continues to run. Tigers will have the ball at the 26-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10. And actually, clock did stop at 5:37 remaining on the change of possession, but they restart it. Quick throw to the near side, and nice little move by Brandon Luke. Gets to about the 30-yard line. So Viescas with the throw. It's a 4-yard gain. Luke picks up the reception. Second down at 6 for the Tigers. Actually close. No, it is 6. Okay. They do need to get to the 36-yard line. And a quick throw to the outside. And Mendoza's going to drop it. That was pretty close to being a backwards pass there. I'm surprised they stopped the play. But probably better for the Tigers than they did because Mendoza was in trouble. There were a lot of players coming his direction. Trips to the top side, 2 to the bottom. And it's back to pass Viescas. Viescas deep down the middle of the field. And, oh, my goodness, that was a really good throw there from Viescas. The pass ended up right in the hands of Julio Mendoza. I don't even know. Julio, I'm not even sure knew it was necessarily going to get there or not. It was into double coverage, but Viescas laid it in there nicely. Just unfortunate that Julio wasn't able to reel that in because that was a really nice throw from Viescas. Just unable to hook up with his wide receiver. Tigers going to punt again after going 3 and out. And the clock getting ready to roll under 3.5 minutes remaining. The snap, and Brad, another good kick here. Fair catch called for and snagged by Varela at the 35. And the Deming offense will run back out for another series here. So again, the Tigers are going to fall to 1-3 with the defeat. They'll be at Chaparral. We'll be on the road with them next Friday night here on ESPN Alamogordo. So tune in for that. Wildcats improving to 4-2 with the victory. And again, we're gonna, as soon as this game is finished, we're gonna finish it off. Not much on the stat front for the Tigers. Sean Hayes has carried the ball well. Somewhere around 75 yards rushing on the evening. So good game from him. Couple Tiger defenders have had nice games. Max Merrill has played well this evening. J.P. Madden had a couple of good plays earlier on. We called out a couple other guys as here comes the handoff right up the middle and some pretty good yardage to about the 40-yard line for the Wildcats. Cameron Thomas had some nice plays earlier on in the game as well. Not sure anybody else. John Hughes. So a couple of the defenders have had some nice games tonight for the Tigers, but overall it's been a tough go of it for Alamogordo on the defensive side. Just been unable to find their footing tonight against this very good Deming offense. Deming's got, this has got to be the best game they feel like they probably had offensively this season as well. They've played well. Tigers jump off sides on a 2nd down and 5. At this point, with the hard count, the way it's been tonight, I feel like the Tigers haven't learned, what's going on with Deming. At this point, I'd be going on the snap, not on the count, on the hard count. And the handoff, and boy, big running room for Alvarado. Alvarado just gets tripped up. He was breaking into the open field at about the 45. And gets all the way to the 40-yard line. Couldn't tell who got in on the tackle there for the Tigers, but a reminder to tune into the roundup on Monday. We'll have a recap of all the weekend. By the way, Cloudcroft lost 52-0 tonight, and here comes a snap for the Wildcats. They're going to see the Tigers jump offside again. Or is it? Oh, false start this time. Okay, my bad. So a 5-yard penalty. They did stop the clock. Now they roll it again. By the way, Tularosa didn't get to play their game tonight. Game was canceled. Like I said, I've heard different things. That there was some security concern initially, and I know that the weather was a problem out there as well. So Hagerman, of course, had a pretty long road trip back. So I'm sure there's a reason why they didn't get that one. I don't think they ever got it started out there, unfortunately. And that's a bummer for Tularosa. Maybe they'll move a game around and try to do homecoming next week. I think they're at home again next week. But anyway, so we got you all squared away with all the scores. Again, this will be a 37-0 final. And as soon as the final whistle blows, we're going to go ahead and finish this one off here for our broadcast. Big games from Cesar Chavez for Deming. He had 3 touchdowns tonight. 2 touchdowns for Jesse Varela. Some 2-point conversions in there, 3 of them. And they did actually kick 1 extra point. All right, 15 seconds left here. I think they have to run 1 more play, so they're going to run it. Might as well take a knee. But we'll see what they do here. Yeah, they do run it. And straight ahead is Alvarado. And he's still fighting hard. And they're going to blow the whistle. And that's going to do it. So the Tigers fall 37-0, and that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Again, thanks to Desert Sun Auto Group, First National Bank, Otero Federal Credit Union, Tularosa Basin Telephone Company, Vision Ford Lincoln, and the Winner's Circle. And I will talk to you guys on Monday here on ESPN Alamogordo, and I will talk to you Tiger football next Friday, down at Chaparral. Have a good rest of your night, and stay tuned here to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, Southern New Mexico's sports leader, KNMZ Alamogordo.
To SEC Saturday night. To the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Everything from the world of the ACC.
Always in somebody's era until you make it yours.
The Will Kane Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern.
Hey, this is Scott Van Pelt. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, Southern New Mexico sports leader, KNMZ Alamogordo.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
Hello there.